let's go do a commentary here on Tier 3 Blue. Give it a couple of minutes. Not going to post it anywhere. But yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes and then we go. We've got the notification that just went out. Then we'll figure it out as we go along. Welcome to people joining us for this one. There's no point in saying, here we go. I have a bone to pick with you, Bandit. Saw the link now. Put that in Tier 4 chat. Tier 4 Blue, there it is. All right. A couple minutes here before we get going properly. That way we can get people in here before I start doing comms. I am only doing the one today. As there are any in the future, I will get to them when I can be bothered. Oh, Jen. Hey, Janik. How's everyone doing today? I was about to say, I've heard about this one. I don't really know fully what happened. I was having a good weekend until comments were made earlier in the week. Can everyone hear me properly? I assume they can. I assume they can. We'll go in a minute or two. Good. Good, good, good. Just gonna put something in Discord and then we'll get going. But yeah, I'm just putting something in the Discord, so if I go quiet for a second, it's just me typing it out. Apologies for that. There's no point going to look. There's no point going to look. We might as well all figure this out ourselves as we go along. Aiming to have this done just before the start of the NFL season, which is going to be pretty fun. Yeah. Right, that's that message typed out in Discord. We'll get going now. We run through the grid here very quickly before we get going for this sprint race. Right, let's go. Right, so we have Darlington on pole here in the car that looked like it's come out of a primary school PE lesson. And the Audi there. The Audi should be pretty good here, honestly. Today you got J-Nick in second. No, I want that. Need a refresher of all who's in what car. So it's the two Audis out in front then. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Ads in third in the Lexus, then Charizard in the BMW in fourth. I am actually going to very quickly look at the standings where we were coming into this day. Right, so we have Charizard. What can only be the Z4, I guess. Yeah, we Charizard in the Z4. We got Bendit in the second of the two Lexus. Jin in a Jaguar there in sixth. It's actually medium tyres for Bendit in 5th as well. Then we've got JP in 7th in the second of the Jaguars on the softs. Gru in 8th in the McLaren. Major in 9th. Juho 10th in the Mercedes. Mixed Orbit, Buschetti in 11th. Radier in 12th. Beaumont in 13th. Orak in 14th. Monken in 15th. And Slabman in the Alfa Romeo at the back of the grid. Opposite man to Tetropolis, who we saw in our source last time out. We'll get everything sorted, ready to go here then. Alright, let's go. 4, 5 red lights. There's lights out and away we go. Down towards the first corner then. We got an awful camera angle. A few people already made positions off the start. Darlington leads from J-Nick into turn 1. J-Nick got a good line if he had actually held that through turn 1, but he backed off for some reason. That lead Darlington and J-Nick still out in front. Ads in 3rd. Jin up in the 4th. Good start for him and JP, both gaining 2 positions apiece. Beaumont into 6th. Juho in 8th right now. I think he's just been overtaken again by Charizard on the inside as we head down towards turn 4. It looks like Juho is going to try and go the long way round. And Juho is going to do exactly that. Can he hold on against the Z4? It doesn't look like he can. Charizard trying to squeeze him just a little bit. Holds on for position. Going a little bit further forward. Jin looked like he was trying to make a move there on the Lexus, but not really able to find a way through. JP, sliding his way out of turn 5 and 6. That almost turned into disaster for the Jaguar there. Then we got Beaumont on the outside, Charizard on the inside. Major and Juho 8th and 9th fighting through the second sector for the first time. Gru looking to the inside. That looked like there might have been a little bit of a touch, but no one's gained a position. So no harm, no foul as we head through the end of the first lap. Again, sideways looking from Radiator. He goes to the inside and past Gru. And up in attempt. Gru drops a couple of positions there. Monken having a bit of an issue with Buschetti as well. And then we've got 3 at the back. Bendit dropped to 15th off the first lap. It looks like Orak and Bendit and Slabman tailed off the back of the grid right now. In the middle of the group, all still relatively close to each other at this point of the day. Very intriguing start. Nothing really nothing has really changed at the front since that very first corner. Looks like Charizard and Beaumont are going at it now. Merckx being very involved with the Z4 to start this one up, and Charizard, X-Tier 1, is trying to get its way through, and I think he's going around the outside of JP this time, and he is! Is he going to be able to hold it? JP's still there, and thereabouts on the inside. Charizard's gone far too deep into the corner there, but still hangs on. Gets himself a little bit in front, maybe push JP a little bit wide there, and gets the position up into 5th he goes. JP trying to fight this back straight to the inside. Pushes up the inside. Can he get himself out in front? It would require a better exit. That slide is not going to do it. And Charizard does hold on to 5th despite JP's efforts to try and win it back. That 4 will try and look forward rather than backwards now. It would if he hadn't just botched the final corner, the final proper corner in Brazil. JP getting an awful exit as well. Still able to get past the Z4. Back up into 5th for the Jaguar. We're seeing a little bit of a split at the front of the grid. Charizard looking to the inside. He's going to get squashed all the way to the inside as we head and we watch it a few bits there. And we're going to actually go back onto JP's camera there because that looked like a very big squash. I think someone hit the wall. Charizard had managed to fit himself in. JP needed to give him space here. JP absolutely hasn't given him any space whatsoever there. Somehow survives. Charizard squashed out of a position to Beaumont there. You're going to do that. You've got to be a lot more. You've got to be a lot more careful than what was happening there in turn 1. Here comes Charadon looking to the outside of turn 4. Beaumont looking to keep hold of that position. Will do pretty nicely with the exit of that corner. Duo up in at 8th. Major, I think, has just gone past Radiator. Drops back into 10th. Bendit's up in 12th. Flatman in 13th. Borak in 14th. Brew in 15th. And Monken at the back of the grid. We've got Darlington. Very much looked like I know I made the joke earlier, but he very much looked like he came out of a primary school PE lesson. Oh, that looked a little bit sketchy from J-Nick there. As he exited into the 3rd sector. Did not treat him very nicely. Darlington should have a massive gap now. Darlington is coming off the race winner now, Sars. Trying to go for back-to-back. Ad's doing a good job in 3rd right now as well. Created himself a little bit of a gap to Jin in 4th. Because Jin's got all the time in the world to JP, his teammate in 5th. Charizard and Beaumont looking for 5th, 6th and 7th right now. It also looks like Major might look for that 8th place off Duo as they head toward turn 1. Two Mercedes, AMGs there to head into the first corner. Beaumont wins his battle. Duo, however, is not able to win here. Those two side by side. Duo just about staying on the track. Just about kept his car in tow there. And we are starting to see the lag just crop up a little bit. Especially between these three. Duo getting threaded by either side. I don't even know what's going on at this point. Let's have a look at this on a different angle. Lag all over the place. Duo's kind of lagged back. Radiate's trying to drift his way through the corner. Major and Radiator are ghosting through each other because reasons. And it looked like everything was as it was. Not sure how. This is going to be completely undoable in terms of comms. Jesus Christ. Can't see anybody. Guy at the back tailed off right now. Slabman still up ahead of Bruschetti, and then Bendit up ahead of that. This is just a mess. This is what that's what this is. Radiate still behind Major, behind Duo, and then you've got Charizard and Beaumont. And it looks like Charizard's got himself back in the 6th. Not that you're going to be able to tell at any point, because you can't tell where the cars actually are. It looks like Beaumont's got a second half penalty as he goes round here into the penalty zone. Duo should go by. Radiate and Major should both also go by here. And they do. The Beaumont drops all the way down into 10th. Continue on in the race here, about halfway through. We're just on to lap 5. It looks like I can't tell what's going on here anymore. Obviously, all these guys took the positions off of Beaumont in the last one. We'll go and have a look at the fight for 5th as well. This is a mess. Juho's still there. Oh, Radiator's apparently just teleported into the background. I don't even know what to do about this. You guys have been... There's a couple of people who've been moaning about failed promises for me to commentate this. This is what you wanted commentary on. Really? Really? That's what you guys are going to get antsy over. Like, what am I meant to do? What am I meant to do in terms of commentating? What? You can't even... What the hell is going on? You can't see cars. What the... Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure that... I don't know what to do at this. This is a comment... You can't commentate on this. How people drove... No, how... What the... Jesus Christ is going on here? I can't give you that, Jin. Well, Juho's got a penalty. He's going to drop a couple of places. He dropped to 9th. Not that you could probably ever see where he's actually going to go here. Oh, well, everyone and anyone is just lagging all over the place here. I don't have anything to say, to be completely honest with you, because I don't know what's going on. This is outstanding levels of lag. Well, I have to go through because there's a few things that actually changed. I think. Not sure. I think Jin and JP have switched positions in all of the carnage. I can't exactly skip ahead a couple of laps because I've got to actually let it run. J-Nick's still up with Darlington. The Audis have well and truly got ahead from Ads in third. JP and Jin in 4th and 5th, Charizard in 6th, Major in 7th, Radiate in 8th. Juho dropped the places to those on the penalties on the last lap that we actually were able to see, I guess. Beaumont is in 10th still, Slavman in 11th, Borak in 12th. Then we've got Gru in 13th from Bruschetti, wipe the distance behind, not having a fun time by the looks of that corner. Bendit in 15th from Monken right on the back of him. Bendit looking to avoid dropping a last. He isn't going to be able to do it because Monken on the inside just has a far better run, and Bendit now drops to the back of the grid. See if we can find a non-laggy fight, I guess. Now let's go with the two Jaguars then. Fighting for 4th right now. Junior Championship leader up to this point. It looks like Jin trying to get himself in front. Not really going to be able to get past his own teammate here. If you're Ads here, you're loving life because being in this position, two teammates fighting behind instead of working together means that you're probably going to be safe at this rate. Flag's starting to kick back in again. Charizard not far off the back of these two. Major still ahead of Juho. But actually got back ahead of Radiate in all of this. Juho trying to make himself into the top 7. Almost an opportunity arising there. Major getting a bad exit out of that corner there. Not able to keep the car straight. Juho with a good exit. Should have the position here. And look at that. Major goes far too wide. Juho gets on the throttle early and makes an easy move stick there. Major drifting out wide to stop Radiate. He shouldn't have done that. Should have forced Radiate to go the long way. Now Radiate's got the inside line. That's at forward a lot of straight line speed apparently. They're going to go side by side down into turn 1 here. Radiate has done a very good job of that. He capitalized on the messed up choice there for Major. Oh my Jesus Christ, Radiate. There is not a track out there. I think that is a penalty. Yeah, 5 seconds. That actually isn't too surprising for that one. So, Beaumont looking to the inside. Radiate's about to drop to the back of the grid. But Beaumont trying to go to the inside of Major. He might do it. He is going to do it, you know. That's a nice, solid little move through turn 5 there. Technically turn 6 for Beaumont up in 8th. Oracle gain a position. Slapman should. Few people who should. All the way down to potentially Bruschetti with this 5-second time penalty for Radiate, who is currently in 10th. Reverse grid pole was there for him. It won't be any more. Front 3 still very much in control of this race. From a podium standpoint, Major gets an awful exit on the exit of the final proper corner, but then it won't matter because there goes Radiate with his penalty. There goes Orak. I assume Slapman is going to go by now as well. Is it going to be enough in this for Gru to go past as well? As we head down towards the first corner, he is flashing the lights just a little bit. And Gru is going to go by. Is there enough? There's definitely not enough room for Bruschetti, who had a penalty of his own doing. And there we go, Radiate drops all the way down to 13th. We're back a little bit further forward. You've got Charizard, Jin, and JP. So let's see if Charizard got something in order to break this duo up. That doesn't care out in front there. He's in a world of it. Oh, and the two Jaguars are going to hit each other. The smoke piling up there. That's contact made between the two teammates. They get away with it, however, because nothing actually comes of it. Charizard just not able to react quick enough to try and force himself through the hole. That seems to be what is the case there. Jin and JP still fighting out quite heavily at the moment. As we're currently on lap 9, we're about to head into lap 10 with the group at the front of the field, which is just the two Audis. Darlington going for back-to-back. J Nick, his own teammate, looking to stop him and try and get on the board himself today. Alright, now if you're going to do that in turn 1, the chances of you being able to stop the race lead is not very high, especially with that kind of gap as we head back towards towards 4th place, sorry. And Jin does a nice little dummy, nice little switchback inside out on JP there. Is he going to be able to keep the cut? No, he's not. No, he's not. That might be a penalty. Oh, it is, yeah. I was about to say, all 4 wheels were off. He never really got up. JP getting hit by Charizard in the back there. There we go, JP and Charizard should get the position of Jin here as we go toward the end of the race itself. With Darlington out in front at the moment, comfortably out in front. The Audis absolutely dominating the sprint at Brazil, going for that 1-2. The team is very much on fire in this one, but there's no stopping the back-to-back. And the multicolored car of Darlington, the Australian driver, is going to win yet again. He won in Alsace. He's going to win the sprint in Brazil. That's going to come up 3rd. He was relatively unchallenged. JP will get 4th. Charizard will get 5th. They hold on in the end. Jin demoted to 6th off his 2-second time penalty. Giro gets 7th. Beaumont gets 8th. Aurak is currently in 9th. So let's see how he's able to get over the line. He is able to get over the line, and Slapman might be able to get reverse grid pole, and he does. Is Major going to be able to steal it off Gru? And Major able to end 11th, Gru in 12th, Bichetti the next one to the line, unchallenged in 13th. They got Monken in 14th. I'm not entirely sure where the person we lost was. Okay, I'm pretty sure we started with 16. Bandit very much the last one over the line. Alright, there you go. That should bring us to the end of the sprint race then. Let's see what Darlington said. Alright, there you go. That's the end of the sprint race there. Darlington back to back. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row and stamp some real authority on the tier here. See if I can find where this feature is. Okay. This is the feature then. We're just loading up the feature. Move it off that real quick, so that way we don't spoil who won. Put it toward the front. Let's see what we got here. Mediums for Slabman. Orak on the hard tyres. Mediums for Beaumont. Mediums for Juho. Jin as on the hard there in 5th. Interesting. You got hard for Charizard in 6th. Mediums for JP in 7th. Ads on the hard in 8th. J-Nick in 9th. Darlington obviously in 10th after winning the sprint on the mediums, same as his teammate in front of him. Major behind on in 11th on the medium tyres as well. Hard to Gru and McLaren. Bichetti on hards, hard to Monken, and mediums for Bendit as well. As we go to the back here, I may need a drink because my throat is already starting to die, which is not a good sign. I'm going to replenish my drink in a minute. Actually, it makes sense if I do that now. Yeah, actually, I'm going to very quickly replenish my drink because it might get rough if I don't. I'll be about 30 seconds. But yeah, back in a minute. All right, I am back. Let's get going. For 26 laps of Interlagos. Hopefully with a little bit less lag than that sprint race had. 3, 2, 1, and there's the klaxon. We are off. At the end of round 3 here. Halfway point of round 3, may I add. As Slavman heads into turn 1, very wide. Had the lead for about 10 seconds flat before Orak goes the long way and gets in front of him. After Slavman just gets the corner about 1,000 shades of wrong. And there goes the 2 Mercedes. Straight to the lead as we head towards turn 2. Well, not turn 2, turn 4, sorry. Duo. Oh, and Slavman had disappeared off into the distance in the background, so we'll just rewind that 10 seconds and figure out what is going on. Let's get back on the view of Slavman here. Oh, he very much gets a Jaguar into the back. Well, the second look from a little bit further back, see if Jin was touched. That's very clearly a Jaguar to the back of the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he'd never even... Oh, he might have been... Oh, it's his own teammate! It was his own teammate! JP into the back of Jin. Sheesh, Jesus Christ. Wasn't even close. Never getting that stopped. Oh, that explains that incident then. That's where it explains where the Slapman went. For certain, the 2 Jaguars hitting into each other and causing the Alfa Romeo to disappear quite heavily into the distance. Darlington up into 7th, got past Major there. JP looking out and pushes his way past Dorak as well. A few interesting decisions that Darlington now just takes the ability to go down the inside, and if the hole's going to open up, he's not going to complain. He might, however, complain about that. We're going to go back again. Is there contact here? There is, but it doesn't look like it should have been that severe. Darlington goes off the track there. Darlington off the track, so everything he did gain is all very much in the very much dead up. I'm not telling. What the hell is going on? Are you guys okay? I don't think you are. What the hell happened here? His own teammate. Look at the second version of that. Oh, third version of that. I think it was his own teammate that caused most of that. Oh, he got bounced. Maybe got caught over the nose of Dollar. That's a weird one. That is a weird one. I'm not entirely sure how the ad is off into the wall there. Wow. Alright, I guess we go a little bit further forward because we got Major and Charizard fighting. There's been 4 or 5 incidents there on that one that's probably went to the stewards. That's just an absolute... What the... It's racing. Well, J-Nick was off. Well, J-Nick was serving a penalty. Not exactly a roadblock here. You should not. You should be able to avoid a car that's got a penalty. That should not be a difficult task. Oh, Charizard almost breaking on the off the tarmac on the painted stuff on the outside there. That could have spelt disaster, but he kept it together. Aurak in 6th, Major in 5th right now. That didn't sound too healthy behind him. That's because it isn't too healthy behind him. That's Bendit. What happened to him as he cuts through this corner? Oh, he got tagged. Yep, that might be on Darlington. That one might be on Darlington. Just ever so slightly. Oh. Oh, yeah, that one's not questionable in the slightest. That one is about as clear as day as how that one works. Here we go, J-Nick, here against Gru. Trying to find a way through. He's being very patient. There you go, Gru's holding on. Oh, again, the McLaren just deeping, going wider there for no reason. Didn't need to. Didn't lose the car by the looks of things either. J-Nick absolutely did. Lost his back end. Kept it together, and we are as we were. Headed down the World Turn 1 between these two. And J-Nick, again, could have gone to the inside if he fancied it there. Ads almost did it in turn. Just about surviving there. Go back to TV camera then. We can get some better camera angles because it hasn't been great so far. We head down towards turn 4. Bendit there behind his own teammate. J-Nick and Gru in front of that. Looks like J-Nick might be going for this. The two teammates trying to go for it as well. Bendit ahead of Ads. That may have just been a switch. Gru to the inside. Trying to hold on against J-Nick here. J-Nick has a far better run. He may have gone a little bit longer, but he's up ahead of the McLaren here. Should not be an issue to hold on to that. He has gone very deep there, though. Still going to hold on. Buschetti, Darlington and Aurak here. Buschetti trying to get himself involved on the outside. And here comes Darlington the long way round on Aurak. This could be good if he gets this. He isn't going to. Aurak doing enough on the inside to defend that. Oh, Buschetti again, sideways out the exit of the final corner. Here comes Darlington. His Audi is absolutely loving this track. That is for certain. He is flying. Was from 10th to 3rd on the first lap. Had the thing that sent him wide, and then just working his way back again. And this time he's going against Aurak. Is he going to be able to steal 7th? We're not going to be able to find out from turn 1 because that might be one of the worst camera angle changes that I've ever seen. We're going to get an actual camera angle of this, to be honest with you. We're going to get it on board with Buschetti. Looks like Gorak a little bit hard and fast with that one. Oh, and then a bounce between Darlington and Buschetti as Darlington re-entered the track. It is all over the place here from Tier 4 Blue. The two Mercs followed by the two Jaguars out in front. Not spent a lot of time here trying to figure out everything that's going on in the mid-pack. Looks like Jin and JP just losing ground with each other. They've got to get themselves on the back of Juho closer than they currently are if they want to try and win this race, because Juho is very good on the tyres. He is exceptionally good on the tyres when he wants to be, which will cause the Jaguars and his own teammate potentially some problems later on in terms of winning this race. Major comfortably ahead of Charadar, who's got Darlington a decent chunk of the way back on him, and then Aurak and Buschetti not really troubling anyone. Bendit right on the back of Buschetti now. After Bendit, he got past J. Nick in the last lap or so. But J. Nick gets a far better exit on the Audi. On the Audi, looking to the outside. There's a potential move on here if he can get it. Bendit should sit back in on Buschetti, otherwise he's going to be under attack. J. Nick going to go for it anyway. Around the outside, he might be boxed in a little bit here as we head toward turn 1. Oh, that's grass. That might have hindered his ability to just stick in. And there it is. You can tell that was coming from a mile away. Well, let's get a second view of that. We saw him there. Let's go with Bendit on the outside now. And it just... yeah. Neither of them wanted to give each other the space that they actually needed to give there, to be honest with you. I imagine that one ended up in the stewards as well. There's just incidents left, right, and centre. We lost someone else. We're down to 14 now. Not entirely sure who we've lost. Fair enough. Well, J. Nick and Bendit to the back of the grid. Still, Beaumont leading from Juho, and then Jin, and then JP after that. Third and fourth, with Major in fifth. It's going to be a case of whether or not these Jaguars can realistically get close enough, because it doesn't look like they are right now, and Major has got himself up to the back of the two of them. It does not look like Jin and JP are well versed in working together in the slightest. These two have been at each other's throat the entire race. Instead of working together as teammates, they can see the two Mercs, who haven't given each other problems the entire time, have driven off into the distance. They've got to work together. And again, JP to the inside at turn 1, just costing them even more time as they go through this one. Looks like Major might be able to pick one of them off here. Go to the inside potentially. He could look for this. He will look for this. Try and spook Jin, but the reason why he's the championship lead up to this point. Not going to be very easily spooked. You've got to find it. You've got to engineer your way around someone like Jin, especially in that Jaguar. Not going to give it to you easy. Major's going to try and do just that. Jin moves to the inside to potentially defend from the Z4 here. Z4 now looking to hold the inside line. Maybe a little bit too much curb there. Cost him the ability to get on the throttle just that little bit earlier. If he would have just slid off the curb and slid his car all the way round. Not sure using all the curbs here is a good idea. They're that high, and Major straight to the inside and just got a little bit overzealous. And well, that's a push to pass. That's a push to pass if I've ever seen one. Those two still going at it. I think Jin's going to try and fight this back straight away. And Jin is going to fight this straight back. Round the outside at 1. He's not even going to get challenged into 1. And ahead into 2. Again, just not a good exit in the slightest for the Jaguar. I think he forgot where the throttle was, to be completely honest with you. Weird how the Deadport got oiled so much earlier. Jaguar may have forgotten where he was, and the Major just going to get that one fair and square. No shenanigans in the second time round. There you go, Major still ahead of Jin for now then, so the Z4 is going to split the two Jags. They've given JP and Jin a large distance between each other. Might actually be able to work better as a group from that. Darlington's not that far back. You got Charizard in 7th, Forak in 8th, Bruschetti in 9th, Slabman still holding on to that top 10. You've got Ad directly behind him. May have been on the hards, but it looked like you just weren't going. Slabman doing enough to hold on against Ads here. It's mediums versus hards. Those sides don't look too similarly this way. It's too similarly won at the moment. The rears are helping Ads at the moment in this fight. Slabman just not getting a good exit whatsoever. He's gonna have to try and cover the outside because Ads, taking an unconventional line, had a very good run. Looking to the outside on Slapman, he'll look down into the outside of turn 1 as well. Still alongside, maybe even potentially in front now. As we head into the corner, Slapman breaks a lot later. And quite frankly, that was a very well executed defense. But this is even more well executed attack. On the hards versus the mediums, I want to replay that. Look at this. On the inside, kept it going. Made it work. Didn't even come into contact with Slapman. That was just exceptional from the likes of that. That is absolutely exceptional from Ads on the inside there. Bendit, Gru and Nick all by each other now. 3 of these, well, 2 of the 3 drivers here on the medium tyres compared to the hards. I'm about to say, Jin's excuse died in about 10 seconds from when he made the comment. Well, we've got a massive gap here between Aurak and Charizard, and then Charizard from the front of the grid. Darlington about to go against Jin. Again, hards versus mediums. As we head up the hill. Is there an opportunity here for Darlington to make a move? We just saw Ad make a brilliant move through turn 3. Yeah, it might be an opportunity if Darlington can get a run to do the same. He isn't going to look for the same kind of run. It looks a little bit too deep out of turn 2, to be honest. Ad is on hard tyres right now. Don't believe me? There's your proof. Ads is on a hard tyre. It's actually all the way up to Bruschetti in 9th right now. Do it by the end of the lap. If he keeps running the way he is, there may be an extra move on the cards for him here. Darkard's just not really able to get close enough right now to Bruschetti. Really do anything about it. Gonna have to wait for the end of the lap potentially at this point. Bruschetti looks to be all over the place, however. Not really in control of his car through that second sector at all. Never mind the amount of lag that's going through that car at the moment. Bendit back ahead of Gru. Go a little bit further forward. Don't we got anything at the front? No pits on the front 3. Nothing from the front 6. Yeah, the timer was really funny. Yeah, Jin still ahead of Darlington for now then. Major the car directly in front of that. The top 3 have a little bit of a gap from this train of 3 and 4, 5th and 6th, who have basically a year's daylight between them and Charizard in 7th. Honestly, the guy in first could probably pit, come out and still be ahead of Charizard at the moment. You can see the gaps between 1, 2 and 3 just up ahead there as they went through turn 6. A lot closer between these 3. Darlington just edging slightly closer and closer in each corner to the Jaguar in front of him. Looks like, oh, Jin sliding just a little bit, cutting across the, just cut off Darlington here. This will open up the door. There is an opportunity here with a good exit out of this corner. He could realistically pose a threat to the Jaguar. The Jaguar is great in a straight line, however, so it won't be easy. Gonna have to use the slipstream, gonna have to use the acceleration of the Audi to realistically try and force the issue here. Again, not really sticking much to the inside. JP off the mediums after 10 laps is a choice. Hello, who's currently logged into the ALR account? Which one is it? Jin defending well enough against Darlington for now, but again, Darlington just too early on the push. Out of turn 1, did it a lot better than what Jin was going to do it. Unfortunately, just found himself in the wrong place there to try and make something happen. My Major's loving a little bit of the... That doesn't really help me out. There's about 3 or 4 that could hit that billet. There we go. Still watching these guys trying to fight their way through. Darlington's got to run. Could have switched Jack, fair enough. Didn't you just do a stream yourself? I mean, you shouldn't have asked access. Looking, Darlington just snapping the car just a little bit too much. Very quick break between comms, that's fair. Yeah, Darlington just sitting a little bit too much here against Jin. Can he find his way through? Major's going to be under fire as well. Again, this is a far better exit. Can he get it on the throttle? He can. This is going to be brilliant. A nice little exit there from Darlington. And gets past Jin. Just when you thought the Major may have been the one under fire, Darlington finally pulled the exit and gets past the German driver. The German driver's not going to let him up easy. And Darlington goes a little bit deep into turn 1. Darlington just hanging on. Darlington getting 4th and now had the chance to drive away because Jin didn't make anything out of turn 1. Alright, so Darlington now has a shot at Major. Major realizes that and tried to break the toe immediately. They both come across back to the racing line. Jin just a little bit deep. Losing a little bit of time to the cars in front as well. Going through, looking through turn 5, into 6, up the hill. Major is under fire. If he was feeling the pressure on the last lap, he is certainly feeling the pressure now. We go round the middle sector. Darlington's got the move here wherever he wants it. Again, just a little bit slidey there into turn 9, I believe that is in Brazil. As we head round the final corner, well, up to the final corner of the second sector, Darlington just needs a good exit again. You can see he pulls out of that move into the final corner on the exit. It is sublime. Can he get it round the outside now? Just trying to use the acceleration of the Audi against that. Out the Z4, the Z4 holding on and into the pits it goes. Off the medium tyres on 11 laps, which is interesting because Jin just went the opposite way on the hards. I swear to God, if Jin is two-stopping this, I will lose my mind. You heads up, just don't two-stop Brazil. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. It never has been, it never will be. I know there was some comments about the two-stop that went about. Not going to name names. Oh, Darlington again, just sliding just a little bit on the corners. The two mechs have realistically not been challenged at all this entire race. This has just been completely Sunday stroll for these two at the moment. The difference being in this one, they worked together where the Jaguars didn't. Simply just two-stop worked, two-stop to... Maybe I've come too sensitized to tier 2 strategy and everything. Two-stop, just... No. It is not quicker. I know there are some people who two-stopped, because they are the same people who two-stopped in the race prior to, thing. It isn't that good of a strategy here. You have to be out in front. You have to be able to roll off straight away, and I don't think anyone's got that gap at the moment. Especially not if the only people who has a respectable gap to two-stop in this race right now are Juho and Beaumont. They're the only two people who can make this work, because they had the gap in the first place. Beaumont off the medium tyre. Darlington off the medium tyres now. They're in a situation where everyone's just going on the soft tyres here with 12 laps to go, aren't they? The only way that it works, outside of being far out in front, is if you are in a tier where most people do stop, in which, you know what, I can't make comments at that point. I can't. Because you've got this guy out in front. Look at Juho. I very much doubt he will do a two-stop. Juho does not like doing that. He's currently on lap 14 on the mediums. Couple of laps left on the medium tyres. He might actually just go for the one-stop. That could be very interesting. That's Daytona, no, because Jack, when I get off this comms, I'll have 1 hour until eSports, or just over 1 hour until eSports, and I have to eat as well. So I will not be doing Daytona here today as well. But yeah. Got eSports week 6 later on tonight. Bandit here in fourth, right behind his teammate. I'm not doing a mukbang. No, I'm not doing that. Defeat. How did that even work, Jack? That's just doing enough here right now to hold on against his teammate. Bandit's tires are about to fall off a cliff. You know, assume there may be a pit stop. Okay, he's staying out one more. You can't go past 15. Tires won't let him. We'll have to figure that out for him in due course. This will be his pit stop lap for certain. Charizard, still a lot of tyre left. Juho should realistically still at least 1 tyre left. The issue you've got with Brazil, with the two-stop in particular, is that overtaking, if you get someone in particular that is good at defending the overtake, you're screwed. I remember leading up to this, I did a practice race with Ross. Ross spent 11 laps on the medium tyre compared to my hard tyre, and he couldn't get past me at all at any point. And I was in the goddamn McLaren. Which is great, sometimes. I have driven that car for far too long at this point. I need a new car. I'm definitely taking the new one next season. But yeah. Medium tyres, they aren't lasting more than this lap for Bandit. He is coming in at the end of this one. Yeah, in a bit, Jack. Well, Slapman here might be pitting at the end of this lap as well. We'll see what him and Bandit choose to do. I very much doubt that he stays out. We've got Charizard off the hard now as well. On lap 15, Bendit stayed out again! Why? Why? There's no way your tyre's doing this lap! What are you doing? Slabman stayed out. I can understand that his mediums should go one more. I bet this tyre are not lasting this lap. You come across here, it could be done by the end of turn 6. You're gonna have to do some hell of a tyre save here just to get to the end. This is a choice. I'm not sure it's a choice that makes any sort of sense. This has got... You can tell he's tyre saving the ever-living hell out of this right now. It is costing him time. You can see Slapman is just catching him quite rapidly right now. Tired behind on Bendit, on Slapman's car, suffering. But he is definitely able to get more on it every single corner. What is the choice? This is a choice. If he gets to he got to the end, surprisingly. He's gonna go for soft, and he has got to the end of the lap. I'll commend him for that. I'm not sure the wise choice. That might be 3 seconds. We'll wait and see. Juho's still out on the medium tyres. He's going to go to the end. Go to the end of the lap. And then go to softs. That's a very risky choice as well in its own right. That's the medium tyre. That medium tyre is hanging on by a thread. JP's on mediums now. Not sure when he pitted. I think it was lap 11. Which is interesting. He's starting on the hards. Trying to do 16 on the medium of the Jaguar, potentially. I mean, we just saw Lexus do it, so I can't see why a Jaguar can't. Darlington going to 2-stop this. Onto softs for him, hards for Beaumont. Mediums for Jin. Who pit early as well. Pit at the end of lap 12, only has 14 to do on his. Which will be significantly easier, that's a certain. Major on the hard now as well. Charizard on the soft, 2 stops for him. And mediums for Ads, who just pit on the last lap. Juho into the pits now as well. Bendit came in for softs. He's gonna try and do the 10. We're gonna have to keep a good eye out on Bendit here. If he can do the 10 on the softs, that would be very intriguing. This is a 2-stop on the softs when you do 16 laps on the mediums. That's a choice. I think did JP start on the mediums? He may have started on the mediums. If he started on the mediums, he's screwed. He's only half a straight, if not less than that actually, not even close to half a straight. He's about 3 or 4 car lengths ahead of Darlington right now. They both still have to pit. And Juho, who is going to the end, surely going to the end here, is, what, at most a corner back? You just come through turn 5, they're going through turn 6. No way you win this race without it. Do not have anywhere near enough of a gap to go 2-stop and make this work. I'd be a push for a top 5 finish, to be honest with you, on the 2-stop. We got Beaumont here with Jin right behind him. So this should be easier for Jin, to be completely honest with you. Went off early onto a medium tyre. As long as he doesn't have to pit again, he got a good result on the cards here, because he can see the net race leader directly in front of him. If If he does have to pit again, then rep everything that but the two stoppers. I have seen a lot of the two-stop talk this season from a lot of people. I just do not understand it. Unless you find yourself in a position with such a gap, especially a track like Brazil. This pit lane is not a short pit lane at all. You're going to have some sort of a gap, some very big form of a gap actually to make it stick. I kind of know the feeling to be really, really bad on a particular tyre, because I had the inverse problem, which for this league sucks. I am pretty good on a hard and a medium tyre. I can keep up with a good majority of people on a hard and medium tyre. On softs, don't even bother. Don't even bother asking me to try and keep up, because I am not able to. Don't know what it is, I just cannot get the soft to function as soft should function. Here comes Jin, potentially looking for a move on Beaumont. It's a reverse as we had it earlier. It's hard tyres versus the medium tyres now. Jin looking for a way through. Medium tyre runner looking to try and make it work. On lap 19 here, on lap 20 now as we go over the line. Jin should be able to break a lot later. Beaumont is still there. Jin not able to make anything happen there in the slightest. The issue you've got with that calculation there, Darlington, is that it's not consistently 3.5 seconds. The softs wear quicker, so that way that 3.5 seconds will drop below 2.5 potentially by the time you hit lap 5, 6, and 7. So you're not really gaining that much of that gap all the time. Not a consistent gain, because just the nature of the soft tires means that it wears a lot quicker. And that means the soft tire time will come down a lot quicker. You will go a lot slower eventually, and then you're not gaining that much time on a hard tire. Maybe gaining a second, maybe gaining 2 by the end of your stint, if you're lucky, and that's not enough. Here we go, Jin again trying to go after Beaumont. Yeah, it's hurting my brain as well, but it's also the closest battle I can see on track right now. Let's see if we can find something else. I don't think we can. This might be the other battle we get. JP's into the pits for the second time. Darlington into the pits for the second time. And you're just going to have to deal with people bopping around, I think, because I think everyone's doing it. We're lagging. Yeah, the lag's back. Oh, J-Nick having a little bit of a slide there as well. That one wasn't lag, that's a certain. I think there's a potential pit lane there, J-Nick. Oh, that lag. Darlington and JP are in. JP come on to the soft tyre to end this one then. He's actually right behind JP as well. So this will be interesting between those for the end of the race. But look, that's Ads in 6th. Currently coming out ahead of JP. There's Bendit right behind that. To put it into perspective, Major, hard tyres. He's literally half a sector in front of you. And there is no way you're catching that. Here we go. These two fighting it out. Jin on the inside. Let's go back 10 seconds to get a proper battle on that. Maybe a little bit of contact there between Jin and Beaumont. Beaumont and then the return touch as well. Jin on the inside. Looking to hold on to second for now. As we saw, he had it on the exit of turn 6 and now has it for certain on the exit of turn 9. There you go. So Jin up ahead of the Mercedes. Look, one stop. Juho just clearing everyone for miles. Absolute miles. He's gone. Checked out. It's over. Got a couple of fights happening there. Let's see if there's any overtakes happening lower down the grid. JP is currently in 7th. Even if you did catch Major, you are in front of Juho and Jin, for reference. That's how much time you lost. You're currently here in 9th, fighting Bendit. And Juho is currently in 10, 5, and 6. He is literally an entire sector clear. So, like, it's nice to get an idea when you're doing strategy by your... So this is the thing I think when most people go wrong in terms of their strategies and their practice in strategies, is that we do a lot of practice lobbies over the week, right? And then being different tiers, there have been different paces. Maybe you do them by yourself, maybe you don't. You very much get a lot of time on your own most of the time. And therefore you can attest to a different strategy. You can say that, yeah, soft, medium, or some version of that can be quicker because I have clean air and nobody to fight with for 20 odd. What the hell has happened out there? What the hell happened out here? They're lagging like an absolute mess right now. Oh, JP! Yep. Not that you're able to see it. Let's get a better camera angle of this. I'm pretty sure this is the worst case of netcode I've ever seen, but it is definitely a hit. Yeah. I don't need to say anything else about that. Odds has just been catapulted into next year off of that hit. Let's see if he joins the track safely, almost. Cutting off Slavman in the process. It was very quick to get out of the way of it. Darlington in 7th, JP directly in front of him. Those two on the same tyres. They both past Bendit, whose tyres are falling off the edge of a cliff. Look, he's doing the one-stop medium soft. Should honestly given him a far better result than he had at one point. Why not? Why not, Darlington? Why not? I would like to point out, right, you say in this one that winning from 10th was not on the agenda. You have just come in off back-to-back wins. You have just won the race at this track. Why can't you win from 10th? There's a mindset question there that you might want to ponder over, because you should be at the highest right now. Right, going into this race, there is no higher ability than winning back-to-back. There's even less higher ability than winning the race you had just on the track at. You go into this race, you may start 10th in the reverse grid. The idea of winning should still be there. The idea should be, if you win one, you can win them all. Sometimes you may call that delusional, you may call that unrealistic, but that should be the mindset. You get a win, it should spiral. I wouldn't be able to tell you if that's how it actually worked in practice. I win a lot. But that's each the road as well. Oh, now let's look into the inside of JP. Barely tell where the cars are with all the lag, but JP's still ahead for now. And he get himself situated into turn 6. You see that Darlington really liked to get a little bit on the brakes into some of these corners, albeit sometimes this is lag, but we saw it earlier on when it wasn't laggy. Where he likes to get a little bit more of a brake on for some of these corners to get the better exit. And definitely using the main principle of motorsport. It's all being about fast out. Doesn't matter if you're slow in. as long as you get the exit. It's all over the place. The car looked absolutely all over the place. Yep, slowing fast out. Absolutely. Not entirely sure what is going on here, to be honest with you. Struggling to see anything that is actually functioning. June has cleared Beaumont by quite some distance now. I'm going to the end, but look at that! Just a simple one-stop. Just a simple one-stop. Albeit the wrong way round, but again, just the one-stop. It's... Oh, that's a penalty for Bichetti, who is looking like he is having the worst day of his life. He is not having a fun time. Yeah, this is not looking fun at all for Bichetti right now as he takes his penalty there. J-Nick in 13th. Through half lagging off the track and then bounces straight back on. And not entirely sure what his plan was. He hasn't really done an awful lot in this race. Ads was in a very good position before the incident between him and JP. Slavman won't complain that he inherits the top 10 though. Unfortunately, he just takes a half-second penalty. That'll bring Ads back into it. Bendit is ahead of Arak right now. Arak just trying to get himself involved in the top 8. And then there we go, running through. What has happened here? So we're going to go back just a little bit. Charizard is now involved in all of this. Oh, he's got no tyre left. Charizard wildly misjudged this. Full puncture right front with a lap and a half to go. What was the... Oh, he got this so wrong. Well, JP's going to blast by. It doesn't really have much of a chance here. Darlington's just going to drive past on the other side as well. Charizard has screwed it. Oh, he's going to head with double fronts. He's going to head with no double fronts. Oh, that's just going to be a mess. Bandit can have a chance at him. Quite frankly. Juho is very good on tyres. He is very, very, very good on tyres. Always has been. It's the one thing he can do. He is extremely good at it. Yeah. Juho is potentially the best tyre saver in the league. Honestly. If I'm being genuinely honest with that kind of thing, I don't really know of anyone off the top of my head that can save the tyres much better than he can. The only issue for Juho is that it trades off the speed that he has at times. Oh, that didn't look great for JP. That looked wide. That might be a penalty. Is he going to get it? No, it looked like he may have survived for now. And that will be the case here for Darlington. Well, that'll be the case for JP as a whole here then. I don't think that'll be anything happening for Darlington. Whereas we go to the front, and quite frankly, this has been one-way traffic. Literally from the start. Slavman made the mistake on turn 1. Paid for it when Orak went through. Juho took the place as well. And the Juho literally never looked back. And he rounds the final corner on what has got to be one of the most dominant victories we've seen in a while. Juho over the line to win in Brazil. Jin will get second. The Mercs having an extremely good day as they situate themselves 1 and 3. Major will get 4th. JP will get 5th. Darlington just too far off the back of the second Jaguar to really make that move. Yeah, Bomber was the only other one that comes to mind. He doesn't drive here anymore. But JP in 5th, Darlington in 6th, Arak in 7th, Charizard in 8th, who just somehow survives with the tyres because Bendit also ran out with tyres. No fronts for Charizard, barely anything left for Bendit. Ad gets 10th, Gru will get 11th, J-Nick will get 12th, Slavman ran out of tyres as well, landed 13th, and then, well, what a day to forget for Bichetti, that's for certain. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised you were annoyed how much tyre you had left. You have, quite literally, enough for 2 more laps. open pit with 5 to go. You could have easily done 7. In that case, you could have done 12 on the mediums or on the hard to do. I can't remember what you started on, but at the beginning. Right? This is the issue with like the 2-stop as well. You have to get it right. Track like Brazil, good luck. And we'll go through Daytona. Don't even bother. Sardinia, the 2-stop, technically possible, but don't. Just don't. The Monza race that we've got coming up tomorrow, I will laugh at the first person I see a 2-stop, because the Monza race tomorrow is going to be slipstream. That's it. You need to be in the slipstream of a car, otherwise you are screwed. Unless you're winning. That's the only way you're not screwed. That lap count doesn't line up, but yeah. In terms of tomorrow, just don't 2-stop. It's not quicker. It is. There's people going to do a medium soft. Don't. Just don't 2-stop tomorrow. I'm just saying that now. If you can do medium soft, well done. If you can't do medium hard, 2-stop is not it. Right. Fair enough, Jonathan. But yeah, I am saying that now. I'm just giving everyone, because after that I feel like I have to. But yeah, just don't. But yeah, with that being said, let's go and have a look at the championship. The championship, I am apparently losing my mind. Talking about strategies, etc., etc. Right, after Brazil, we were looking at Jin on 83, Darlington on 71. If he said he hasn't raced there anymore, so that ends any hope of that. Then you got Ads on 65, Orak on 62, Beaumont 58, Bendit on 52. That's all the drivers barely within 30. And in the constructors, we've got Lexus on 117, M6 for BMW on 112, and then Jaguar 17, AMG 20 on 103. Four-way title fight for the constructors through 3. And that being said, I'm not going to make any comment on when I can do Daytona. I have said that in the Tier 4 chat. There will be no further comments on when the comms will be done when the comms are done. That's the deal that we've got now. After the last week or so. But with that being said, if you're watching later on tonight for eSports, then I'll see you guys then. If you're not watching later on, I will see you guys next time. Peace.